Most people want to create a whole new personal reality or life with the same personality, and it just doesn't work. You literally have to become somebody else, right? I could be the expression of the new evolved personality, which in this work, as you know, is how you think, how you act, and how you feel. You can measure progress. So if it's your health, you can there's things you can measure to see if you're getting healthier. That if it's your finances, there's things you can measure to see if your finances are getting better. If it's your relationships, there's things you can measure to get a gauge of if it's getting better or worse. Or every area of your life, you can measure it. And so if things are staying the same or not progressing as much as you want them to, that means there's an aspect of you that needs to change.
Just a little message from me. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You'll help me and other people so much by subscribing to the channel, because the episodes and the guests will be reached by so many other people. Thank you so much for your help. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the newest episode of the Bridging Podcast, a podcast where you can learn, practice, and transform in any area of your life. It's your host, Özlem Özkan. And today I'm extremely pleased that I'm again here with Lindsay Hurst. Lindsay and I, we have had 2 episodes together. The last one was on change and transformation. And you beautiful viewers, watchers, you made extremely great comments, thoughtful comments. You had questions around the topic change and transformation. That's why we are going to cover one by one some of the questions that you have all written. So, Lindsay, welcome.
Hi, it's so great to be here again. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, for the ones that maybe don't know you, would you briefly introduce who you are?
Of course. Well, I have worked with Dr. Joe now, helping him to run his company, Neurochange Solutions, otherwise known as NCS, which is his company that we literally have a change program that he created for a 2-day program that myself and our global team take out into organizations and communities all over the world. So I'm privileged to be able to teach some of his work.
And if not all, you join most of the time, maybe all the events that Dr. Joe Dispenza is organizing, right? The advanced retreat, the progressive retreats, the follow-ups.
Yes, wherever I can. I really feel connected to this mission, and of course a responsibility to represent NCS and to make sure that we have a presence at his events for Dr. Joe. And myself and our team do our best to bring our best representation of his work. And then while I'm there, I'm going to contribute as much as I can in any way that I can to support the community that show up. Yeah, it's as I say, it's a privilege, and I look at my life now and I'm humbled by what I have the opportunity to contribute.
Yeah. And I'm super grateful that you're here again, actually for the 3rd time. Thank you so much. So let's go to the questions. Just a little message from me. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You'll help me and other people so much by subscribing to the channel, because the episodes and the guests will be reached by so many other people. Thank you so much for your help. The first one is about how do I know I am actually changing? And one viewer wrote, I have been doing this work for years. Some things have changed, but sometimes I still wonder if I'm actually progressing. So, Lindsay, how do we know if we are truly changing?
Well, this is a great question, because I ask myself this question as well, because progress is evolution, right? And how you know you're changing, and speaking from my own experience, for myself personally, and other people that I've worked with, is you know you're changing because your external world changes, right? That's how you know. And your external world can be your body, the environment of your cells, and it can be your external world, your life, your work life, your relationships. Um, and sometimes we see things changing in our external world, and that we don't like. Why is this thing collapsing over here? Why is this thing gone away over here? Well, you're changing. How come, like, when you remind yourself that you're the creator of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's the name of that Dr. Joe gave to the program. Change your mind, create new results. So you're changing how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And so you also know that you're changing because you feel differently more often, right? And as he says, nothing changes until you change your energy. Nothing. So if you're still thinking, acting, and feeling in the exact same ways, and nothing's changing in your body and nothing's changing in your external world, it's a clue. I remember saying to my friend, um, you know, I was working on something, changing me so that I could be the expression of the new evolved personality, which in this work, as you know, is how you think, how you act, and how you feel is your personality. And most people want to create a whole new personal reality or life with the same personality, and it just doesn't work. You literally have to become somebody else, right? And I remember saying to my friend, I was like, what is it I need to change about myself and my external world to change? Come on. We were kind of playing, but I was being firm with myself. And she said, well, perhaps you need greater discernment. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'll practice greater discernment. So if you're not changing, how you know you're changing is because either you change and your environment changes and you notice those changes, but don't go looking for them because they need to emerge so that you can notice them, not go, excavating for them. Um, and then progress, you can measure progress. So if it's your health, there's things you can measure to see if you're getting healthier. That if it's your finances, there's things you can measure to see if your finances are getting better. If it's your relationships, there's things you can measure to get a gauge of if it's getting better or worse or
Mm-hmm.
stagnant or whatever, and so on and so forth, right? Your spiritual practice, mystical experiences, you know, business results, all of it, every area of your life, you can measure it. And so if things are staying the same, or not progressing as much as you want them to, that means there's an aspect of you that needs to change. So then, what I do and what I do with my clients and what I do when I teach this work and the programs, sometimes people will say to me, well, this thing and it's not working and it hasn't, happened yet. And I often ask them, okay, one of my questions is, um, what is it that you have changed about yourself? How have you changed? And you can see the response sometimes is like, because they haven't, right? And that is the measure. Is I remember Dr. Joe saying recently, what is it that you're going to give up about yourself to change? So that
Yeah.
can be one question you ask, not the only one, but one question you could ask about yourself is, what is it that I'm prepared to let go? What is it that I'm prepared to become? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to work at the whole work is changing you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, and can we see then, can transformation happen actually without seeing external world, external results? Sorry about that. Can it happen?
I am, in my own experience and observation of others, no. Not what I've witnessed, is that if someone's changing, something else in their life changes. And it can work in a different way. People say this thing's happened in my life with my relationship or my work, and I'll say, well, how have you changed recently? Describe how you're living your life.
Hmm.
Tell me about a typical day or week. And then I listen to their language and how they describe how they, let's take it back to you and how you're living, how you're thinking, acting, and feeling, and um, and then draw from that experience about why things are changing or not changing in their external world, right? So if somebody doesn't do the work, if they just stay the same, then their life's going to stay the same. But there'll be gradients of that. So let me give you an example. Let's say they haven't got enough money,
Hmm.
right? And they're staying the same. That could potentially get a little bit worse, right? Because it's an economic factor in your life. If you haven't got enough money and your income doesn't meet, for example, your outgoings, then that could start to become more intense. And that actually is a call to action. The contrast of what you don't want in your life is like, you know what hot is only because you know cold. So
Yeah.
then that is actually a mirror for change, for you to feel the intensity and the need to change.
Yeah. So I can give an example about my own life actually. I have phases in my life that I get very much stressed at work or other like commitments I have around social, family, friends, and all. And then also these moments, usually I don't do my morning walks. But when I restart doing my morning walks, including with a meditation, which I love, the abundance meditation or the body electric walking meditation, I don't see it in day one often, but when I do it 5 days behind each other, Monday to Friday, everything I see at work changes. The result changes. The way I act to people changes. The way I talk to my neighbor changes. The way I even eat, which is really weird. The way I eat, very calm, relaxed,
Right.
changes instead of like, hey, I need to eat my lunch, I need to eat my dinner. So, as you said, then transformation happens when you see it in the external world. The results are visible in the external world, maybe tiny little bits, but they are visible.
That's right. And I love this example you're sharing because um, what you're doing is the work. You're conditioning your body to a new mind. You're taking it out for a walk. You're sitting yourself down and doing your meditation. You're saying, this is how today is going to be. This is me. Come on. And your body's listening. Your cells, your trillions of cells are listening. And so, because you set the scene, because you're mastering you, and you're saying, this is who I am, and then you have become that version of you, and you take that into your waking day, because eyes open after your meditation, that's where it really begins, right? Can you maintain that state of being that you cultivated in your meditation and on your walk? Can you maintain it in your eyes open in your waking day? And that can be a 12, sometimes 14, 16-hour day for some people. And the art of self regulation, when the stress shows up, when somebody, a person, a place, a thing, or a time in your external world in your day pushes you out of balance, can you self regulate in that stress, in that moment, back into balance, into homeostasis? Because like you say, you're seeing things in your external world and you're experiencing it in your environment of your body as well as the environment of you. You're experiencing the fruits of your labor. You're
Yeah.
saying, oh, right, because you're in a divergent focus. You're not in a convergent, narrow focus where you maybe in a stress response going from this person, this place, this thing, this, and then you're limited in that moment, and your body's in a stress response, consciously or unconsciously. And when you do that and you approach your day and you're in a divergent focus and open focus, and you can maintain that as part of your state of being, you're more prone to see possibility. You're more
Hmm.
prone to see through the lens of who you really are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, especially the walking meditation is a true evidence for the change in the external world. Because if I would walk 1 hour and 15 minutes and then I just end there, and then I keep walking without the meditation. I already changed my state of being. And the moment I start talking to a client, to a friend, to anyone, or the way I act is the same state of being as it was just before 1 hour and 15 minutes. And then
Right.
you see a very different results.
Right. And you know what I love about this as well is how do you feel when you live your day like that?
Amazing.
See?
That's the whole point. Like, I don't even think about the results. I'm like, I'm just like, I'm like, God, like, why? Why is it? It feels so great. I'm just like,
It's amazing. Yeah.
it
And that's
feels
what I say,
amazing.
you know, then you get to feel amazing or whatever feeling it is that you've cultivated in your meditation, your mental rehearsal for your day. So you're saying, this is how I'm going to live this day. Then you feel amazing in your day. I mean, that's a lifetime lived very well that in that one day, right?
Hmm.
And it feels good.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. This was amazing. Thanks for your time. For everyone that is watching this on YouTube or listening it on any podcast channel, you can find Lindsay through Neuro Solutions. Can you just say the website, please?
I
So
will.
where can
Neurochangesolutions.com. You can click on contact us and we'll answer your questions. They'll get to me. I also want to take a moment to thank Dr. Joe Dispenza because without him and the decades of his work, how diligently he applies this to himself and his life and shares it with the world, none of this would be possible. So let's take a moment of thanks and gratitude for him.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Really, really amazing. Appreciate everything what you also taught me and the community here. So, for thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your questions, for your comments. We really, really appreciate it, and hopefully, this gave you some insights on really doing the work, on really doing the work and transforming. Have a great day, all. Thank you so much, Lindsay.
It's been an honor and a privilege. I'm so grateful to connect with you again. And thank you for everything you're doing in the world. Just superb.
I'll see you in Copenhagen.
Yes, you will.